Hey guys, DesolatorMagic here, and it's no secret that Wizards of the Coast is a little bit, well, I'd say cryptic, but honestly dishonest would probably be a little bit better descriptor when it comes to their statistics. According to them, they have 20 million active players and like 40 some percent of them are female, which is a load of crap. Luckily, on my YouTube channel, I have just short of 7 million views at the moment, which is quite a bit. I mean, that's a decent sample size. Also, I would say my content is fairly universal. I've been known to maybe mention from time to time that I'm kind of anti-net decking. I have pretty strong evidence that those people still watch my videos though, so I don't understand it either. I can tell you though that obviously my stats would be skewed towards any country that speaks English more, by country, etc. So, and then maybe it's like it's younger because it's YouTube and it's online and that's more of a young people thing. Even that's not quite true anymore. But basically what I'm getting at is the most accurate stats you're going to get about who plays Magic and who's interested in Magic is quite possibly from my YouTube statistics. I've been looking at them all day because I was really bored at a wedding. And I was like, hey, let's share this in a video because it's weird. We're going to start normal and go weird from there. So let's just start by views by country in the last, I think this is 28 days. Pretty much everything on here is 28 days. So United States, 63%, no surprise there. Canada, though. Canada, number 2. And you're probably thinking, oh yeah, well, but, English speaking. But the UK is number 3. I mean, I'm fairly certain, I'm way the hell too lazy to look this up, but I'm pretty sure England has more people than Canada. I think maybe you have to compare it to the fact that there's nothing to do in Canada. Seriously, I've been to Canada for approximately 14 minutes. No joke, that is the only time I left the country. Canada, 14 minutes. We went to Dairy Queen. And no offense to the Canadians at all, but it kind of looked like a boring dump. In other words, it kind of looked like Upper Michigan, which is where we crossed over from. Oh, everybody's getting insulted in this video. So I really, really, really did not see Canada coming as number 2. Had no idea. And then honestly, number 4 being Germany, I wouldn't have thought. And then Australia being 5. I mean, I don't know who I thought would have been there, but they just seem really small. I mean, they have high populations, and I don't know, those languages are printed in the game. Next up is my 1/4 to 1/8 related homies over in the Netherlands. Yay. That's just weird. I don't understand that. Sweden, sure, they have fast internet. YouTube, why not? Brazil, that one I get. Okay, everybody from Brazil plays Magic. Unfortunately, a lot of them speak Portuguese. Very few of them speak English. So I think that's why they're not like number 2 on the list. And then Poland came out of nowhere. That's weird. New Zealand. I mean, we're getting down into the 0.8%, so these are all practically ties at this point. I mean, the Philippines, that's a big country. Then we got, Denmark, Finland, Austria, Italy, Switzerland, Norway, Spain, and France. What the hell? I speak Spanish all the time in my videos, and I made one French video. Come on, guys. Those are rather large countries, and they're huge, huge distribution areas for Magic, but I don't know, maybe it's just not as popular. I don't know. Portugal, that's still a place that exists, apparently. Belgium. Waffles. And then our neighbors to the south, Mexico. Están mi favorito. And then taking up the last spot, honestly, it's not really. It's just where I cropped the photo. Czech Republic, which, 0.3%, let's be honest. It's probably just the Pokemon Go kid watching every single video I made. If he plays Pokemon Go, he's got to play Magic. So honestly, that list was not too crazy, but a little unexpected. It didn't really match the population, so I think it just comes down to, did a card game, or card games in general, take off in that country or not? Is it a thing? Is it part of the culture? Was it heavily marketed there? Was it successful? Now, one question I get somewhat often is, how stable are the views? Is it pretty much the same every day? And you guys know I pretty much release the same number of videos every day, give or take. Well, it's crazy. It is all over the place. This is actually pretty steady. If you look at the one on the bottom, yeah, it's all over the damn place. But a lot of the times it is because I release, 1 or 0 videos as opposed to 3. So it actually is kind of steady, but it's not that unusual to have 15,000 one day and 40,000 the next. It's just weird. I'm sure it has something to do with the fact that sometimes I upload at 10 o'clock at night and sometimes it's 2 a.m. the next day. That probably throws it off a bit. Between the months, though, easily a 30% swing up or down. It's very unpredictable. Okay, I mentioned it. Let's check on it. Is Magic, at least on YouTube, viewer-wise, 42 or whatever the hell percent female? Nope, it's not. So for 13 to 17, it's actually 0.1% female. I assume that's rounded. Oh, and this is like absolute, because then it's 4.8% male, which obviously does not then add up to 100%, but it's a portion of the entire age spectrum. So it's gender by age. So actually, I mean, you can honestly just ignore the gender part, and there's the age breakdown right there. So the funny thing is, for the 45 to 54-year-old crowd, they're almost bigger than the 13 to 17-year-old crowd. I wouldn't have thought, because there's a lot of 16 and 17-year-olds that play that have been at my local gaming stores. And also, you'd think they'd be way overrepresented on YouTube, which actually could be the case. So there could be more 45 to 54-year-old players, just less of them are on YouTube. By the way, look at that 65 plus bar. What the hell? I just assume those people were probably joking when they created their Google account, and they're like 120 years old and from like some country that doesn't exist or something. Oh, they probably just put female for the fun of it, because actually up in those age ranges, it's a huge percent female. And that's actually, I gotta show that one. That's weird. So this one's actually pretty wild. So you got, 1.6% female in the 13 to 17 age group. For 18 to 24, it's 2.5%. Then 2.4% for the next age group. 3.6% for 35 to 44. And then 45 to 54, it's 4.6%. But check this out. 55 to 64 years old is 9.6% female. That's almost 10% females. I mean, that's just weird. I mean, if I think about it, I know one person in that age group that plays Magic. So, I mean, whatever. I think I know 100 that are male and in the other categories, age-wise, but whatever. And then strangely, when you go to 65 plus, it's back to 98% male. I mean, what's with all the, 55 to 64-year-old females? Like, what is that? That is so unbelievably weird, for real. So overall, channel-wide, 97% male, 2.7% female. I assume they rounded. So yeah, I think maybe Wizards' numbers were off a little bit. Just a little bit. Now here's one that was a little bit surprising to me. Perhaps it shouldn't have been. But what type of devices are people watching my channel on? Well, it's only, I'll go by view count, 47% on the computer. I would have said 75%. I mean, to consistently watch like a repetitive channel instead of just like one big 10 million view video on a mobile device just seems stupid. But I suppose, if somebody's got a family of like 5 and they only have like one computer or something, yeah. Or if you already have a smartphone and you can watch YouTube just fine on it, why wouldn't you? I've got an idea, because it's got a 4-inch freaking screen. I mean, what the hell? I can't even watch videos on my 7-inch tablet. They're too damn small. I'm running dual 23s on my PC. I mean, come on. And I have perfect vision. So next up, mobile phone, 38%. What the hell? I've tried YouTube on a mobile phone. It is the worst thing ever. You can't see anything. The glare is terrible. The lighting is terrible. You can't really watch it outdoors. You can't click on or I think even see the annotations. It's just terrible. What the hell, 38% of you? And then it gets weird from there. A tablet is 7.5%. I would have thought it would be higher, because a lot of people say, screw a laptop, another PC. We don't need that. We don't have room. Let's get a tablet. And then they're on like a big honking, 10-inch Galaxy or iPad, I guess, if you're one of those people. So 7.5%. I mean, it's low. It's kind of high, but it's really low. I would have thought that would be, if anything, higher than a mobile phone. I suppose the mobile phone with like the data anywhere, that's probably what does it. Now, 5.7% of you are watching my channel on a gaming console instead of actually playing games on it. Might I recommend you go do that instead? Although I do have to mention, though, PC Master Race. Aiming a gun with a joystick is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Now, apparently, 1.9% of you are like, screw the gaming console, I'm going to watch you directly on my smart TV. Sure, why not? I mean, really, though, there's nothing on TV, so you watch my channel while you're sitting on the couch with the remote in your hand. I guarantee you there's something better on TV right now than me. And then here's the kicker, 0.3% unknown. I was even trying to think, what the hell is left? Like, what could they possibly be viewing it on? I actually already know the answer. It's devices with specifically blocked device identifier strings. So they'd be running something like Tails or like Tor or something like that, where it most likely does not like tell the web server what type of device it is. So by default, they give it like the PC rendering of the page. I would think that's it. It might be robots too, because they don't even really technically use browsers. Oh, by robots, I mean like crawler worms and stuff, and I don't know, data collection systems. I have another theory though. Some of you are trapped in like the Matrix, except it's like the internet. Like you died by getting electrocuted while touching your computer, and then you got sucked into the internet as like an AI. And then you're like, I'm bored for all eternity. I'm going to go watch Desolator's channel. And then I assume you're the same AI that keeps beating me on Magic Puzzle Quest. That AI, for real, like it's almost as good as a human. It's quite good. I'm deeply suspicious of it. So if you take the average like to dislike ratio, what country likes me the most and what country hates me the most? This is a little bit skewed by sample size, and this is basically impossible to screenshot, so I'm just going to say it. So the countries that absolutely loved me, we're talking close to a 100% like ratio, if not 100%. Kuwait, Turkey, and Qatar. What the hell? Didn't know I was so popular in the Muslim world. And then there's Serbia. I mean, I think there's not a war going on there right now. Ecuador, that place rules. Their national anthem is like the greatest thing ever, by the way. Then there's some place called Guernsey. I've never heard of that. I have no idea what that is. And then Cambodia. They freaking love me in Cambodia, apparently. There is nothing better to do in Cambodia than watch my channel. That is the truth, 100%. Trinidad and Tobago, love you guys. Holla at my boys out there. Faroe Islands, I think it was literally just one thumbs up for that one, and that's it. Indonesia, that one is surprising. Apparently there's a country called Jersey. I mean, I guess if there's a New Jersey. And Vietnam. That's right, an American is popular in Vietnam. What the hell? That has got to be the strangest, most unexpected list ever. That's why I saved it for last. Okay, so now for the countries that didn't like me, I put them into 3 tiers. So for the countries that kind of didn't like me, Croatia, or as I like to call it, the butt crack of planet Earth, Singapore, Austria, or Germany's stomping grounds, and Finland. Well, screw you too, Finland. Nobody else likes you, so whatever. Now, on the really dislikes me list, there's South Korea, which that's understandable. I keep beating them at StarCraft 1 and 2. And then the Ukraine, which, I mean, who cares? Just get taken over by Russia already. The United Arab Emirates, apparently they didn't get the memo that if you're Muslim, you're supposed to love my channel, I guess. And Afghanistan. Afghanistan is not a fan of me. I feel like it might be because I'm an American. Then there's some place called A with a little circle above it, Land Islands. We'll go with Ayland Islands. I don't frickin' know. That's not even a real letter. I'm not even sure it's a real country. Bolivia, couldn't even find you on a map. I think you guys make like really nice blankets or something. I think it's like Peru 2.0. I don't even remember. Botswana. Okay. Don't you have better things to do than watch my channel if you live in Botswana? Like fight off a tiger? Or I mean a lion? Probably a lion. Algeria, which, I mean, screw you. Somebody from Algeria tried to rip me off on eBay. So, you know, back at you, Algeria. Malta. Whatever. And Panama. Well, we built you a canal, so shut up. Some of those countries, I kid you not, had a 100% dislike ratio. Oh, well. But it looks like just from a numbers versus ratio standpoint, the number one country that hates me more than any other country, Costa freaking Rica. Well, vas al diablo a tu también. Also, Malaysia was supposed to be on there somewhere, but they hate everyone and everything, so whatever. Oh, and I totally missed one. Venezuela freaking loves me. Nobody tell them I don't shop at Citgo. It's not that I don't want to support their dictatorship or their oil. It's that I don't want to get stabbed by a homeless person. Apparently I didn't sort these very well. I'm extremely popular in Bulgaria, and I actually know somebody from there. He was like super nice, so I just assume with the sample size of one, their entire country is totally awesome. I will mention though, I think Kuwait has a 100% like ratio because we kind of saved them from Saddam, and that's clearly personally my fault / responsibility or whatever. Oh, and by the way, Guam hates me, but guess what? I'm fairly certain the US owns you, so shut up and like my channel. All 3 of you that left a dislike. It's not a big country. I'm gonna find you. Now there's one more stat I have to tack on because people would honestly be mad if I didn't. So if you're into like YouTube stats, you know this kind of stuff, or you run your own channel, you're probably wondering about this because this varies hugely based on like algorithms and crap. So just by number of views, 42% of my traffic comes from browse features, which is the homepage, the sub feed, or just generally browsing. Now, 38% come from the suggested videos, and it is sometimes 80-90% on channels. Other times it's like 5%. It's just whether or not YouTube wants to bury your channel. That is the number one variable right there. So 38% is pretty high considering I do not purposely rig my keywords to match other popular videos. Never have, never will. I honestly only add an average of like 6 or 7, maybe 10 keywords to every video I make. So, I'm not surprised about this next one. The YouTube search, 3.4%. I mean, just think about that for a second. Less than 4% of my traffic comes from a YouTube search term in the search results. I am shocked about that, and I honestly should probably improve my tagging because that is pathetic. What's very strange is 10% of you navigate directly to my channel and then click on something. So not the sub box, not the search, not the homepage where it would show my stuff because it's new, but you like go directly to my channel like it's like bookmarked or something. That is so strange. Even stranger is only 2.9% of you got a video played from a playlist. I think it would be the second one played in a playlist because the first one you technically clicked on or something like that. Considering my channel is just like 10 playlists, that's kind of unusual. Well, especially people who said, yeah, I watched like 10 of these in a row on your playlist. I mean, it's just really low. Here's a fun one. Since I have never once said, hey, you guys should turn on notifications, hit the little bell icon, which honestly you shouldn't do. Notifications are freaking annoying. 1.1%. So apparently pretty much none of you have hit the little bell icon thingy to get notifications when I upload. Clearly some of you who go, haha, first do have notifications turned on, but not a whole lot of you. And, I don't know, direct links and external, about 1% apiece. Playlist page is 0.8%. I don't even know what that means. Apparently, annotations in, I'm going to say other people's videos, because I've never put a linked annotation in a single one of mine. 0.0%, but it is an amount above 0. And then literally 4 views. Just the number 4 have been on what they call end screens. Like, I can't imagine where or who that is. I don't even use end cards. I don't even use cards. So that's kind of weird. I mean, the big anomaly there is nobody is finding me in the search. They're just finding me under suggested and sort of suggested in the homepage and other browse features. That is really not at all what I thought. That is so weird. The funny thing is, if you back it up to basically all time on my channel, 3.5% search. So I have never had good results in the search. So nobody is finding my channel by typing something into the YouTube search. I never in a million years would have thought that that was true. So hopefully you, I don't know, gained some sort of interesting knowledge out of the weird random stats about my YouTube channel. It was basically just all unexpected, except for the 2% female. That was expected. But if there's one valuable piece of information you could take away from all of this as a whole, it's screw you, Costa Rica. I hope global warming puts you underwater. Oh, by the way, since my channel was created, approximately 46 million minutes of the world's time was utterly wasted. Seriously, that's the total cumulative watch time on my channel. No joke. Oh, also, YouTube Red, 13% of my overall income. that's definitely worth mentioning. People don't realize that. They think, oh, it's probably like 0.1% and nobody cares. The only people making money on Red are the ones who get $50,000 to make an episode or whatever. No. From what I've heard, 5 to 15% of the typical YouTubers' revenues come from YouTube Red. It is a huge dollar amount per month. So if you sign up for YouTube Red, you are helping out everybody you watch a ton. I don't even remember what I calculated was like the value of one viewer if they're on YouTube Red versus if they're not. But it's like 10 or like 100 times more valuable or something like that. So like you signing up for YouTube Red and then watching your favorite creators, you are giving them like 100 times more money than you normally would have. And that varies greatly based on how much you watch and what you watch and that kind of stuff, and the view duration and all that. But that's what it is. So yeah, you should all totally sign up for Red. So if you found these stats as amusing as I did, and if you have any other questions or want me to look up something, leave it down in the comment section. I'd be happy to. If they actually keep stats on it, which, they may or may not. I'll see you guys next video.